observations, rules, something, some kind of observation laws, whatever going on, and then you draw a conclusion. That's what an argument is. Together they're going to make up premises, and the conclusion make up the argument. So that's what make up the argument, the premises and the conclusion. So then from there we can actually determine if these arguments, these logical arguments, are going to be valid or invalid. An invalid argument is the fact that all the premises are true forces the conclusion to be true. Okay, that makes it a valid. If actually you have your premises that forces the conclusion to be true, it's going to be a valid statement. Anything else is going to be an invalid statement. Okay. Then we're going to find out, and how we're going to use this to find out whether our argument is going to be true or false. We use this diagram called Euler's diagram. Euler's diagram will help us to let us know if our premises and our conclusion, which is our logical arguments, are going to be true. And Euler is going to be just some circles. Okay, we're going to determine if it's going to be true or false using these circles, and that's Euler's diagram. Any questions on that? All right, let's look at the first one. We're going to determine if this argument is valid or not. Is the following. Argument is valid. Okay. Here it says all cats are animals. Then it says Piggy is a cat. And this line is going to be my conclusion. Piggy is an animal. So we want to find out if that argument is going to be valid or not. Is it valid or invalid?
Valid.
Okay. Here is our premises right here. This is the premise. And then right here will be my conclusion. Okay. It says all cats are animals. Figure is a cat. And because it said all cats are animals, therefore they conclude that Figure is a what?
Animal.
Animal. That's a valid statement. Sometimes it's not going to be that easy for you to see, so you might have to use Euler's diagram to see if this statement is going to be true or false. Get out that phone, put that phone there, Curtis. Right now, I'm going to put you out of here. See, there's the page. Here we go. I'm going to draw a diagram. So, I'm going to start with the first statement. It says all cats are animals. Using set notation, understanding my set notation, what's this circle right here representing?
Animals.
Animals. Now, the other thing is, the other set would be who?
Cats.
Cats. Where cats going?
Inside the circle.
Inside the circle. So that's showing you that all cats are animals, right?
Right.
So then it says Figure is a what?
Cat.
Okay. My X is going to represent Figure. He's a cat. Which means that if he is a cat, he is also a what?
Animal. And
that means that this is going to make a valid statement. Any questions?
And so this is a
This is Euler's diagram. Euler.
Why do you spell like that?
I don't know. Euler's diagram. Euler's diagram. Okay. You ready for the next one? Here we go. Y'all got it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
You got it? Next. All sunny days are hot. Today is not hot. Today is not sunny.
That's valid.
All sunny days are hot. Today is not hot. Today is not sunny.
Valid.
Everybody say valid?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody say something different? We don't know. of all, if I draw my circle just to see, what is the circle representing here?
Sunny days.
Hot. You saying all sunny days are what?
Hot.
So hot is gonna be the outside circle, and then who we're gonna have? Sunny in the way? In the inside. Okay? It says today is not what?
Hot.
Hot, so that's gonna be represented where?
Outside.
Outside. And then, if today is not hot, what we see is that today is not what?
Sunny.
Sunny, because it's not inside of there. So that makes it what? Valid. That makes it valid.
Can you explain that again? Why?
Okay. Where's Sunny located? Inside here, right? Where is today? Outside, right? So that means that today is not what? Right. That was why about it. And I'm still talking with you. One thing about the Euler diagram, these Euler diagrams, if you can't double dip, which means when I say double dip, you're gonna have, and I'm gonna show you in the next one. You're gonna have in the next couple examples we're gonna talk about. If it's gonna be represented twice, then it makes it invalid. If it's only represented at once, yes, it's valid. Okay. Watch out for that. Everybody got this in? All right. Okay, ready? So that one is valid. Let's look at this one. Here we're gonna have all cars have wheels. Now sometimes you don't have to, you're not gonna, need Euler's diagram to recognize if it's gonna be valid or not. And sometimes you will. And then sometimes the directions tell you to use Euler's diagram to determine that, so that means you're gonna have to show that as well, even if you do know the answer. Okay. Here's my premise. This is my what? Conclusion. All cars have wheels. That vehicle has wheels. The vehicle is a car. Is that a valid statement or invalid? Well, now you're foolish. You don't know what's going on. But let's draw a Euler's diagram to see. So I'm going to draw me a circle. So what I have? What does the circle represent?
Wheels.
Wheels. And then all cars, which means I have cars where? Inside of here, right? That vehicle has wheels. So what I'm going to do?
Draw another circle. With vehicle.
He got wheels right here.
I think it's invalid. Because the wheel is going to be,
Wheels can be represented in both spots, can it? So here it says the vehicle is a car. Is it necessary that vehicle got to be a car? No, because we also have X represented out here as well, don't we? Do you see that? So therefore, that's going to be an invalid statement.
How is X represented out there?
Because it didn't tell you that the car was, that we were talking about a car. It just said the vehicle has what? Wheels. So that means here's wheels right here, right? Can the vehicle be out here if it had wheels? Exactly. I didn't say it was a car. So it can be here, or it can be what? There. So you can't conclude that the vehicle is a what? A car. You're not sure. It didn't tell you that. Are you following? So that means that we just said the vehicle, what? Has wheels. So anything that has wheels is going to be here or where? Okay? So that means at that point it's double dipping, so that's an invalid statement.
So all invalid statements are invalid because they double dip.
Right. You got two different things. Contradiction there.
Okay.
You ready?
I have a question. This might be a little long, but how does scenarios like this relate to math?
real world application problem.
Yeah, like math.
That's what I'm talking about as far as advertisement. They can give you advertising, people, like first of the year, they start off and they'll send out on a thing and they'll tell you that you can lose weight you can lose 20 pounds in 1 month just taking this for 30 days. Okay? But then at the same time, they can reword however they want to reword it and draw a conclusion from that. But it didn't happen to you. So because it didn't happen to you, does that mean that that's not a true statement for them? You necessarily, just because you didn't lose 30 pounds in 30 days didn't mean that that's not a valid statement. And that's why I say you got to watch our advertising, use all of this a lot. Okay, when they do advertising, they do all of this constantly. And that's why they can't be sued behind it. And that's why you constantly, and that's what people do. When they see it, first of the year, they got a new resolution, I'm going to lose me 30 pounds. And then you see all these commercials and say, oh, join this spa, whatever, or buy these weight loss pills and you're going to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, and this, and that. But that's not always true. And the reason why, they have actually did the logic behind this, and they actually go back and they can negate things to make the statement still true. You would know it, because at the same time, you just going off what you first what?
Heard, so.
Heard or saw. Okay, to be false off of advertising all the time. So, and that goes with a lot of the stuff that goes on.
Proactive.
And then we sit here and we draw conclusions. Sometimes people say things and then we'll draw a conclusion. That's not necessarily saying that was a conclusion, that it was a valid statement that they made. You can't draw that from that conclusion, because we end up instantly trying to what? Put our mess into it. Are you following me? To knowing it was valid or not. Just like when we say all cars have wheels, and then it said the vehicle has wheels. And then it was just automatic, somebody assumed, well, cars do have wheels. But we didn't say what a car, we didn't say what cars, is a truck, whatever. You just said that all the vehicles what? Has wheels. So you want to know if it's valid or not in statements that you actually made. Contracts, they do it. So you got to make sure you know what you're reading. All right? I want to know if this is a valid statement, if it's true or false. Somebody can make that statement. They say, well, some students drink coffee. Then I can say, well, I'm a student. Then that means that somebody can conclude that I drink coffee. Is that a valid or invalid statement?
Invalid.
Invalid? Why?
It says some students, not all students. It doesn't say all students.
Okay. So here's my circle for what? Drinking coffee. What do I want to do? All right, there's my coffee. Now I said some students. That's my other set. So how would I do that? Because it says some, don't it? Remember when we talked about set notation and how they actually represent it? So that's some students right there. And what we have is that I am a what? Student, right? I'm a student. Well, here's my circle for student. I could be here and where? In there. Then it says I drink what? Coffee. Is that valid or invalid? It's invalid because I don't know from this right here. Just because I said I am a what? Student doesn't mean I what? Drink coffee. You can't conclude that. Not based on this. It's invalid because I could be here and there. Now, if I'm here, you see where? I'm still in that circle of being a what? A student, okay? So that means at that point, I'm a student, and yes, I drink coffee right here, and I am in there, which means I don't necessarily have to drink coffee, so that's going to be an invalid statement that's being made.
So if you can't prove that a statement is, you can't completely prove that a statement is valid, it's automatically invalid.
If you cannot prove,
Like this statement, you could be like some students drink coffee, and it says I'm a student, but you can't prove that you're a student that does or does not drink coffee. Just like outside this scenario.
students drink coffee, I drink coffee, can I conclude that I'm a student? No, because then at that point, just because I drink coffee, I will also be a coffee drinker only, right? I don't have to be a student that drink coffee. Okay, so that would be an invalid statement.
What throws me off is the I drink coffee part. Like, that's what's confusing me.
I drink coffee, the conclusion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the
Here we start here. Some students drink coffee, so I have two sets. I have a coffee, which is the whole thing here. It says some students, so then that's another subset. They ain't say all the students. If they say all the students drink coffee, that goes into here. They didn't say that. It said some students, so they draw a circle, but it has to connect with this circle with coffee. And at that point, somebody made a statement, I am a student. Okay, I'm a student. That means student is anything that's inside of the circle. Could be here and there. That's still a student, right? But it says I drink coffee. I cannot conclude that just because I said that I was a student that I drink what? Coffee, because you got students that do not drink coffee. So that makes it invalid because you double different.
So, according to this statement, some students drink coffee. It's clear that you're a student because it says that you're a student. And then the conclusion is that you drink coffee. Wouldn't it mean that in this scenario that it's valid because you're a student that drinks coffee?
No. It just shows you why. Because of the fact that here is my circle for I'm a student. Student is representing. Here and there, doesn't matter. So that means when if I put that circle, put it in there, does that mean they're still a student here?
Yes.
But does it mean that they actually drank coffee? Here it is. Is there a student here? Yes. So you cannot include that they actually drank coffee because you got some people out here that don't drink coffee. Some do, and what? Some don't. But that's not the question. It's just I am a student. So can you conclude that I drink coffee? You can't.
But then
Okay.
when it says I drink coffee, that's what made me feel like it was valid because of the fact that it's stating I drink coffee.
You got it based on this premise right here. Based on this, can you conclude that? It's just telling you some students drink coffee.
Based on that, can you conclude?
Can you conclude this?
Okay.
Says some students drink coffee, okay? Then the next thing that I'm going to say is I am a student. Can I conclude that I drink coffee? You can't. Because you have students here and there. And these are the students that drink coffee, but you don't know if I, so it's going to be like a double definition. Are we clear with that? All right. Here, let's try. If you cannot read, so that means that this right here, if you cannot read, is actually, who is that? That's Q, isn't it? Q. And then it says and then this right here, where Leo hates you, that's another statement, isn't it? So that's R.
Oh.
And then it says, therefore, if you do not know how to what? And this part is who? That's P. Then what?
And then it's R.
Then it's R. And then
Wait,
at that
what's
point, I
P?
put it together.
P is.
So what I put?
Do not know how to read. I think.
P,
Excuse me.
then Q in parentheses, right?
Excuse me.
And then what? And Q, R in parentheses. And then it implies who?
Implies P then R.
There we go. That's what you define the true value of.
Okay, wait.
It wasn't that hard for them to take a few minutes to sit down and do
Okay,
it.
so P is.
P is
Do not know how to read.
if you do not know how to read, it's P.
Then Q
And I'm going to tell you like this. Don't go
Cannot
to my
read.
test and do this. Because this is lazy, not hate. Do like this right here. That's what people do. I don't like that. I do not like that. Because actually I told them, I said, okay, I gave them a hint. I said, use a letter to represent each statement in the argument. I gave prompts. That's what I ended up doing. I prompted on each one of them. And it didn't do it. Then this piece right here, but that gives you an idea. This piece right here we said was Q. But then this piece right here was who? R. But don't do that.
So you want us to write out what's P?
I gave them hints so they could understand if you had to did that piece by piece, it would have all came what?
Together.
Exactly.